Here in 23, we're seeing if we need to replace this with any other phrase. So let's read the sentence. We're told that McDonald's caused a stir in Italy when it opened a restaurant next to Rome's historic Spanish Steps. Young on the go eaters were thrilled. Those who, I'm just going to skip it for now just so we understand the context without the word itself. So were thrilled, and those who prized regional foods in Italy's convivial culture built on cooking and long meals feared that the restaurant signaled the death of a way of life. Okay, so if we have specifically here, that suggests that what we're about to say is sort of an example of what was mentioned here before. Um, but the case is that there's a contradiction here, right? So it's saying young on-the-go eaters were thrilled, but then those who prized regional foods feared that the restaurant signaled the death of a way of life, right? So this is two different groups of people. So we can't do specifically because one isn't an example of the other. It's two different groups. So A is out. Oops, I'm sorry. A is out. Um, so then B, for example. Okay, that's a more direct way of, signaling that you're about to give an example of what happened or of something before. But again, these are two different groups of people. One is not an example of the other. So B is also out. However, okay, that might work here, right? Because however means that what you're about to say is in some kind of contradiction or is somehow contrary to what was said before. And that's precisely what we see here. We're told that these young on-the-go eaters were thrilled about this, but then this other group of people who prized regional foods and this culture, they were not thrilled about it. So, however, sets up this sort of contrast. So that's probably a good option. And D, in fact, you use this phrase when you're about to maybe elaborate on a previous point, but again, not the case here. We're just describing two different groups of people. So C is our answer as it sets up this contrast.